downhill dunk is good for Evans, and wow!
Good morning. Can you hear me? Yes, everybody hear me? All right. I know you all are aware, because you've most likely seen the signs around campus, that our Eagle has not been seen publicly since February 16th after the Asbury game. Shortly thereafter, Coach Winchester contacted me, letting me know that they had not talked to the Eagle, seen the Eagle, had any contact with the Eagle. Beyond that, we went to campus security and filed a missing bird report. And at this time, our head of campus security, Rob Sarantonio, is going to speak to us about the status of that investigation.
Okay. Thank you, Rusty. Midway University Security Office was notified through our LiveSafe app of a potential missing bird on February 21st. Let me first take a moment here. We're going to discuss this LiveSafe app. First, want to thank athletics for using the app, for letting us know and notifying us of the missing bird. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you have not had the app yet on your phone, I'd like you to take out your phone, please. And let's download the LiveSafe app, and we can go through and I can tell you how to do it if you have any questions. This is very important that everyone on this campus has this app. This is very important that everyone on this campus has this app. Go to your app store, download the app, save your life. And you can walk through there and see everything you need to do to kind of...
Okay, Rob, all right. And I think we've heard enough about the LiveSafe app, please.
We're trying to save lives.
Yes, I understand.
Okay? Well, that being said, at this time, we did receive the alert, okay, on the LiveSafe, and began our search of campus, okay? We stopped by all the regular nesting areas and known hangouts and questioned several suspects at these locations. From there, we went through security footage, our camera system on campus. Although we found some disturbing things on campus that we will take up at a later date, we will not be discussing it now at this press conference. We did record the Eagle hobbling out of the north side of the McManus Student Center and headed towards the railroad tracks at approximately 1600 hours on February 16th. From there, unfortunately, the trail went cold. After ruling out that the Eagle was in any campus locations, we expanded our search to the Midway vicinity. At that time, we brought in RJ Corman Police, along with the city of Versailles, to assist in locating the bird. We found some suspicious characters that were hanging out behind campus by the railroad tracks. We did an intense interrogation of these subjects, and then they were released from custody. There were feathers at the Midway City Dog Park downtown. At that time, we did send the feathers off for DNA testing, but since that location is a frequent place where our Eagle would go to, we did not find anything additional in the area. We also received some interesting tips, and we are following up on them as we speak. I think Rusty has a flyer he can show you all to get some pictures and some footage of.
You can call 1-888-FLY-HOME.
Okay. Lastly, we did question the Asbury Eagle mascot, but determined he was not involved. We did have to ruffle some feathers during this investigation, and I will not apologize for the way some of the interrogations went. Remember, people, we are trying to find this Eagle alive, okay? Now I'll turn it back over to Rusty for any questions you all might have.
Anybody with questions? Dylan?
Yes, this news is obviously very crippling to our university. What is the plan for the university to ensure that we have a mascot in the future and that we're not losing any school spirit?
Well, I don't mean any disrespect, Dylan, but the only thing crippled, I would say, was the Eagle. I'd argue we'd already lost a lot of school spirit. If you take the Asbury game, for instance, that game was nip and tuck in the second half, and the Eagle just couldn't bring it. We had chances, with a little more fan engagement, with a little more school spirit, we might could have got over the hump. But the Eagle just set on its wings, so to speak. So, I don't think anything's going to be crippled. Now, back to your question about a mascot, by sheer coincidence, not long after the Eagle disappeared, we had a mascot moved to town, an Eagle who had prior experience and was interested in the job, and we talked to him, liked him, and so we've hired a new Eagle.
Oh. So you're giving up on the Eagle being found and returning?
Well, no, we haven't given up on the Eagle being found, Ellen. I mean, obviously it would be wonderful if the Eagle's found. The Eagle put in a lot of good years of service, and it might have just been too prideful to quit after all the years it was here. Maybe just quietly disappearing and slipping off was its choice. As morbid as it sounds, sometimes animals just kind of go off by themselves when it's their time to pass on.
So our eagle disappears, and just by chance, by sheer chance, there's a new eagle shows up, and we're gonna hire him right away.
Dylan, you've been watching too much Dateline in 48 Hours. This is pure coincidence. Rob, you want to speak to that?
Yeah, our team does extensive background checks on any new hire to the university, and a background check was done on the new Eagle, and nothing came back suspicious in his background.
Thank you all for your questions. No, I think we've had enough. Thank you all for your questions. I'm sure you're anxious to meet the new Eagle, learn more about him. The Eagle will be making its debut at the Midways, and the new Eagle's name is... The new Eagle will make its debut at the Midways, and its name is LL.
Well, that's a very unusual name. What do I know that from? It sounds very familiar.
Well, Dylan, you should, because that's the same initials as the Midway University's founder, Dr. L.L. Pinkerton. Seems like our Eagle LL has an interesting background and a special connection to Midway. LL was orphaned early in life and had to make his own way. He never knew any family or knew much about his roots. After traveling across the U.S. and barely getting by in his teens, he joined the Army, where he served for several years as a mascot for troops at home and abroad. He never had any information about where his name came from, and that interested him. So during his years of service, he began to research his family's roots and trace them back to Kentucky. As it turns out, his ancestors were from Midway, and in each generation, the oldest male bird was always given the name of LL. So he kept researching to find out more. The original family roost was on the land of John Francisco, which eventually became the town of Midway, near the original plot of the Kentucky Female Orphan School. LL was able to find an article about Dr. Pinkerton, making sure the trees near the roost were protected, thus saving his ancestors. He told us in his interview that he wanted to give back to the university and the man that had helped save his family so many years ago.
Anyone in here? It's time to go. We're closing.
Now, Eagle, we've brought you in to talk with you today about your lack of enthusiasm and your performance in being the Eagle for us. So because of that, we're going to have to put you on an Eagle improvement plan. An Eagle Improvement Plan is where you have to work on you have 90 days to work on your performance and being a spirited Eagle for us again. Here's some examples of some things that you could do for us that would really help us out. You could get excited again like you did this season. No sleeping allowed on the job. And you could even get showing more spirit by getting a foam finger and being out there with the crowd and getting them excited.
But Eagle, we're not going to tolerate that kind of language. We are, after all, like gold level NAIA champions of character institution. Trish is just outlining a plan that we put all our employees on. You want to do what's best for our student athletes, don't you? Look, I want you to improve. I mean, you know what you mean to me personally, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You haven't had any pep in your step lately. And since our programs have grown larger, I'm not sure you have what it takes. You've got 90 days to get it done. 90 days, Eagle.
I'll show you, you faggot.
So there's going to be someone new in the nest. Yep.
Hey man, did you hear that the winning lottery ticket was sold here in Midway?
Yeah, I heard. I've been looking for mine. I lost it somewhere. I thought I had it here. Thought I left it on the desk. I've been looking at home, in the car, everywhere. I can't find it. But, you know, what are the chances of winning the lottery? So, but I tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to use the Live Safe app. I'm going to have our crack security team try to see if they can find it. That's probably the only thing I got left to me.